Well, that was quick. Please leave a like if you like Something is Killing the Children CGC unboxing while the intro plays. To be entered to win this CGC 9.8 Darth Vader #3, the first appearance of Dr. Aphra, all you have to do is be subscribed to my channel, comment and like in any of my videos. Good luck, everyone. How's it going, everybody? My name is Jordan and welcome to Basement Collectibles. And if you like CGC unboxings, toys, movies, and arcades, please consider subscribing for more great content. This has definitely been the fastest turnaround time for CGC for myself, and I was able to get this back so quickly because I added these 10 books to my express order for the TMNT third print book. So the time CGC received this, it was July 13th, and I also fast-tracked each book. So I paid an extra $15 per book to speed up the time, but I still thought I was going to get this in probably in October. So once CGC received this July 13th, it was shipped out to me August 16th, and I received it a few days later. So without further ado, let's open this box. I'll pull out each one. I'll just go quickly over what I paid for, what the value is, and then once I get the grade, we'll come back and I'll go over what the value is currently worth. My goal is obviously not to see the grades and let you guys see it first. Oh, and also to note, I only got one book pressed from this submission with Boom Studios. Great paper quality. I went and inspected each side of each comic, of course, and if there was something that of a defect that wasn't pressable, I just had to live with it. But I'm really hoping that majority of these are 9.8. I'll talk about a couple books, maybe 2 or 3 that possibly might not make the 9.8, but just wanted to obviously state that before we got going on it. But the first book, trying to not see, is Something is Killing the Children, issue number 2. I bought this book for $80, and at the time of the value was about $250 in a 9.8. So I think it's a great investment. This book looked really nice, so let's see what we got. 9.8. Perfect. Great start. Should have two number 2s. Okay. So here's Something is Killing the Children, issue number 1, cover A. I purchased one for $375. There was a small spine tick. I don't know if this one has a spine tick on it or not. Looks like this was the one that didn't have the spine tick. So I bought one for $375 and one for $450. And at the time, the value of this book in a 9.8 was going for $1,100 about a month ago. 9.8. Awesome. I'm definitely going to keep this one in my collection no matter what. I know I mentioned in the previous video that I was only going to, or at least let me know which ones I should keep. So I'm going to keep at least 2 of these, but let's see how the grades go first. So off to a really great start. And for the third book, not trying to look. Okay, so Something is Killing the Children, second printing, issue number 1. When I received this from eBay, it was pretty banged up, so I had to get it pressed, obviously. So there was a couple things that hopefully I was able to press out, but there was at least a couple of spine ticks on it. So I don't think the 9.8 is going to happen, but hopefully nothing lower than a 9.4. Awesome. 9.6. Yeah, I didn't expect the 9.8. I was hoping for it. I'd like to get every book in a 9.8 for at least the for issue number 1, but 9.6, not too bad. And I paid $180 for this book, and at the time it was valued in July for about $580 in a 9.8. So I'm gonna have to see if there's any record of a 9.6. And on to book number 4. Okay, so another copy of the second issue. I paid $80 for this one as well. And again, at the current, or at the time, it was going for about $250. So again, I'm hoping for a 9.8 in this. This was in excellent condition, and I received a 9.8. Perfect. So both issue number 2s, I got a 9.8 in so far. On to book number 5. Okay, so Something is Killing the Children. This is the 5th print. I was a little bit worried on this one. Nothing I could press out, but it looked a little bit beat up from the other copies. I paid $180 for this. So I'm really hoping nothing lower than a 9.6 if I can, and a 9.6. Yeah, I'll read the grader's notes. I don't know if they'll have anything on it, but I'm not shocked at a 9.6 at this one. The value of it at the time for a 5th print was going for about $375. And on to book number 6. So Something is Killing the Children, issue number 5. I really liked this cover. This was a hard one to find. It was one of the rarest prints that they had at the time through 1 to 10. And I bought this here, the 5th issue for $200. And at the time, the value when this was submitted was about $500. So I'm really hoping a 9.8. Again, no lower than a 9.6. 9.8. Fantastic. Yeah. Again, one of my favorite covers and one of the lowest print runs for Something is Killing the Children. And on to book number 7. Still trying not to see it. Oh, so I had 3 copies in this submission. I thought I only had 2. Again, this is issue number 2. I bought one for another $80. Again, the value of this in a 9.8 is $250. This book is definitely one to pick up as well, especially when the show comes out. I think if the number 1 issues are really hard to come by, definitely pick up a copy still of issue number 2. I think you'll still get a great return in investment if you're wanting to sell it at least. And the grade I got on this is 9.8. Perfect. So 3 for 3 for this book. Another great book to have. Fantastic cover. I highly recommend picking this book up if you can. And on to book number 8. Okay. So this is the first issue, or sorry, 6th print of the first issue. This I paid $550 for, so I'm really hoping I can get at least a 9.6 out of this. At the time, a 9.8 was going for, $920. This is one of my favorite covers out of all the first issues. This is probably one that I would love to keep, especially if it's in a 9.8. So let's see what I got. 9.8. That's awesome. I was really worried about this. This was this story of the person that I bought it from off of eBay. He was from Edmonton, and he ended up sending this to me, and ended up being, it was from BC, and I think it got dropped off to Edmonton, but he gave me the wrong tracking number, so I thought I lost this book or something was going on with it. But I'm glad it made it to me safely, and I'm really excited that I got a 9.8 in this. And we're almost done at book number 9. If I can get it. Okay, so Something is Killing the Children. 3rd printing, issue number 1. I was a little bit worried on this at the time just because of the black on both sides. I purchased this book for $200, and at the time of submission, it was valued at $410 in a 9.8. So again, I'd really like a 9.8 out of this, no lower than a 9.6, and I got a 9.8. Fantastic. Looks like we're really close on most of the 9.8s for the first issue. I think it's just the 5th print so far that I got a lower number than 9.8. So this has been fantastic so far. So last but not least, book number 10. Oh, good way to end it. So Something is Killing the Children, issue number 1, cover A. This looks like the one that doesn't have the small spine tick on it. I can't see it anyways. But I paid $450 for this, and again, the value at the time was $1,100. I'm really hoping I can go 2 for 2 and 9.8 on especially the first issue, cover A. This seems to be the most popular book right now going in terms of price, and the grade I got is 9.8. Perfect. So both cover A's, a 9.8 of Something is Killing the Children. This has been one of my better submissions. And let's go through each book of what the value is right now. So hopefully you guys want to stay and get the total value with me. But if not, thanks again for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe, like, and comment on your way out. And give me a couple seconds to go over the total value of each book and obviously the total price of this. And I'm back. So I just went on eBay and that just to get a couple of sold or last sold items for these books. And the first one, Something is Killing the Children, issue 1, cover A. The first print, it was just sold for over $1,038, and this is all in US pricing. So I know with no news right now, it's been about a month or so since they said it was going to be a Netflix show. There is some downtime on this, and it has gone down a little bit. And for the second print of issue number 1, I couldn't find anything in a 9.6. Last sold for 9.8 was for around $580. So I just eliminated that out of the calculation because I didn't have a price for it for right now. And the third print, the third print in a 9.8, right now it's going for $353. And the fifth print is going for $350 in a 9.6. That's too bad. I did check the grader's notes, and of course there was no notes on it. So I just have to, look at it myself and see where I went wrong, and maybe I should have got that one pressed. And the sixth print of Something is Killing the Children right now is just going for over $763. So it's definitely dropped in value, but I'm hoping again, with it being the last rare print of this first issue, it'll definitely go up in price once again a trailer or something pops up sooner or later. And of course, another cover A, issue number 1 in a 9.8. And the 3 issues number 2 in a 9.8. Right now they're selling for about $297 each. And for issue number 5 in a 9.8, the last sold on this was about $460. So it only dropped about $25 since I submitted this book. So for the total value of these 10 books came to just over $4,800. But again, that's just a number for right now until these books are actually sold, or at least when the true value comes out of these books, when a trailer or some at least more news comes out one day, if I do sell them. And the CGC fees plus the shipping there and back came to about $425. And these books cost me $2,375. So these books weren't cheap at the time, but I remember when I was going on eBay and that and bidding on some of these books, every time I lost out on one book, it was another $50 to buy the following week. So I finally had to get some of these books done because I wanted to try to collect obviously every printing of the first issue. So with that in mind, with the costing of the books, the CGC fees, and the total value, if I was to sell all these books today in August, I'd probably make about $2,000. Again, that's not including any fees, depending if I use auctions or if I'm just selling them locally. So for $2,000 right now, that's not a bad profit. But of course, I want to keep a couple of these books, at least, of course, issue number 1, cover A, and probably the 6th print. So how did you think I did? With those 2 9.6s, I knew at least the second print was probably not going to make the 9.8. A little shocked at the 5th print, but again, I wish there was greater notes to see what I missed before I sent these in. But with CGC's grading right now, I'm pretty happy with the 8 out of 10 books coming at a 9.8. And I know I mentioned previously that I only got the 1 book pressed. So if I didn't get that second printing pressed, it probably could have fallen down to a 9.2. I also have the 4th print and the Jenny Frison variant at CGC right now. It was sent as a pre-screen, so it's probably will take at least till September. I sent it out in April, so I'm hopefully end of September I'll get that back, and that'll be nice too to complete this run of the first issues of all the prints. I have the 8th print in that as well, and I believe that's in the submission. It's been a while, sorry, I can't remember what I put in there, but hopefully I can have at least the 1 to 6 prints on my wall for definitely for the foreseeable future. And also again, once news breaks, then I'll determine too what I can let go, obviously, to pay some of the money back from the cost of the books, and of course all the CGC fees as well. So I know I've already mentioned this in the last video of Something is Killing the Children, but let me know in the comments below again what you would keep now seeing these grades if you were me. Again, I personally want to keep just cover A, issue number 1, and possibly the 6th print. But again, I have to let some of these go to pay off, obviously, the cost of the books and all the fees as well. So that's it for this video, everyone. I really appreciate the people that stuck around to the end of the video. And I just surpassed 800 subs just a few days ago. So I'm really happy for that. That was such a great milestone to hit. So thank you very much for all your support for this channel. And if you're new here, again, please like and comment, subscribe on your way out. And I appreciate, of course, all this regular supporters that are always commenting in my videos. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.